It'd be funny if they dropped the massive one.
By the way,
That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. This is Make Vegas Pay. I am your host, Brady Matthews. What a weekend of sports. I mean, this was probably one of the heavier weekends of sports, boys, don't you think?
Without question. There's just been nonstop since Thursday to Monday.
It's been nonstop.
A ton of fights. It was a lot.
Lots of fights.
In and out of the UFC octagon.
Exactly. The debacle that was Jake Paul and the Tyson fight. We're going to get into that. But it was a massive win for Netflix. All right. The Dolphins, did they go to the playoffs, Sweiss? We're going to find out. We're going to ask you boys. Their next game is the Patriots at the Packers, Jets, Houston, 49ers, Cleveland Jets. By the way, he put that in there. I didn't. What a flow. John Jones, ladies and gentlemen, shows why he is the baddest man to ever do it. Also, the MAGA dance, Raymond. Everyone was doing the MAGA dance for CBS. I loved it too.
That was on the spot too. Good for him.
By the way, CBS and ABC are trying to take it down. We're going to talk about that too. Also, Ray and Sweiss break down their bets, as well as NFL Week 11. Sweiss is his bets. We're going to talk about the live situation we have going on. I'm not going to get into it too much. I'm just going to tease it, just like I just did. Also, my Chicago Bears crap the bed.
That was such a genuine laugh too. That was like an evil laugh.
By the way, Ray, he could play the Penguin.
Yeah,
for
no,
sure.
you totally just copied like,
yeah. Also, just so you guys know, are we living in a simulation? And I'm going to show you right off the rip. But with that said, let me introduce my A1 crew. He has the best chest hair this side of the 95. He's flexing right now. He's got Crocs on. He's comfortable. He's breathing. He's flexing. He's the one, the only Freeman James.
Attaboy, Raymond.
Thank you.
Weekend, how was it? Give us just a quick recap, please.
I mean, the fights were cool to watch. The fights were great. On a betting perspective, didn't have the best week. It is what it is. We'll take it on a chin. I said it previously before. I said it's either going to be a great week or a bad week, and no in between. And unfortunately, it was a bad week. But
that's okay.
We'll take it. It happens. I was on a hot streak, and now you got to cool back down. It's a roller coaster, and he knows this better than anyone. Yep. So you got to go for the ride.
Most of the time, he's wrong.
It's constantly going down, and you want to go back up.
Listen, we're not going to beat him up too bad right off the rip.
No, you had a good week.
No, listen. Let me introduce my guy here. He does own Make Vegas Pay. He's with Winnable now, or we're with Winnable now. We are actually moving and shaking with a lot of new companies. A lot of people are working with us. New crew. With that said, he is our boys. We have welcome the boys. He is our number one guy too. We breaks down everything NFL bets. He's the man, aka the Penguin, aka it's Sweiss. Welcome everyone, Sweiss.
To the wall.
Sweiss, how are we feeling? How was just a quick recap on your bets? You guys went out. You guys had fun. Roy Jones, Tyson, how was it?
Yeah, I had a good weekend of drinking, but more importantly, I had a great week of live betting. Sunday, the early afternoon slate took the Colts, Packers, and Steelers winning margin all at plus odds, plus 140 to plus 270 there. So it was up. $100 bettors were up $864 after that slate from me.
Explain that to people, because you just spoke pig Latin to people that don't know what you're talking about.
In terms of the winning margins, or what do you want me to talk about here?
You just spit something out.
In other words, you live bet the entire time and you made money. So in other words, a lot of people don't understand live betting. So
yeah, so basically live.
Thank you.
Yeah, no. So live betting, I bet during the game. We work with an AI company. Just like you can bet pregame, the same thing happens live. So I take a lot of winning margins, because I anticipate a lot of close games in the NFL here. As we see week in and week out, these games are close. So I sent out Packers 1-6 winning margin, meaning they have to win by 1 to 6 points for me to cash my bet.
Gotcha.
Which I did on that blocked field goal.
So you won money, Ray?
No, I didn't win money.
Yeah.
That's complete opposite of me. Simon is the best in terms of the AI. In the NFL and his AI predictions leading into halftime with the live scores. Me, on the other hand, MMA is a great live betting. It's great to live bet. It just unfortunately wasn't great to live bet this weekend. Yeah, I did my bets previously, and there wasn't too much. The lines didn't shake so much during the live event or the live fights. But yeah, I didn't have the best weekend. I went all in on.
What did you learn from it though?
What do you mean?
Learn from some of the
lost, dude.
But Ray didn't do. You didn't do live betting.
I didn't do any. I didn't. What I learned from it. It is what it is. I fucking went on my sword, and I said Janata Deniz is my lock, and that was my most unit play. And I said it's either gonna be a great week until that fight, he hasn't proved to me in terms of being a loss or somebody that I felt need that or concern moving forward with my bet. I felt good about it, and he actually knocked him down and almost fucking finished him in the first round. And then the asshole fucking decides to grapple with the guy who's a grappler, and it blew my mind. He would have knocked him out. I would have won a lot of money. So it was a big swing from either me cashing big or losing big, and I lost big, and it is what it is. I'll take it on the chin.
You gotta get up there and you gotta swing at some bad pitches every once in a while.
It is what it is.
It happens. It's part of the game.
Moving on though, and we'll get to all your picks. We'll get to all.
Well, I was gonna go back to one last thing with the recap from this week.
Tell us how you made more money.
Well, yeah. So I also sent out NFL season-long bets before the season, 5 of them.
I'm getting horny. Go ahead.
2 of them have already cashed. 2-0 there on win totals. Cool. So the Broncos hit over 5.5 wins, and the Jaguars are officially, they cannot have more than 8.5 wins. So
is this like a big pool you're in with like your boyfriends that you guys all have to do?
No, it's a bet. You
have to drink your stupid icy drinks.
Oh, that thing, yeah. But you can make before the season, bets on over/under win totals. So I'm 2-0.
Right.
I have 3 pending. They all look like they had cash. Going to be 5-0 there. With that in mind and my live betting and pregame record, I am now 106.91-2, up 28.87 units, meaning if you were a $100 better and tailed all my NFL picks, you would be up $2,870.
How do they find you to do that if they wanted to do that? Where do they go?
Join us on Winnable. The link's in our bio and our YouTube, Instagram, all of that there. You can get a free day pass, seasonal, monthly. Come try it out. We have the best AI in the business in terms of the live betting stuff. And yeah, nobody else is doing it.
It's like Six Flags for betting. It's a season pass.
Yeah, it's a season pass.
So does that include your live bets, everything in terms of you being up 27 units?
Quarterly data read from all NFL games. We're also finalizing an AI dashboard where you can see opportunities where the market is wrong in real time there. So a lot of products coming out from the live betting side, but $100 up 28, $870. Brady, you kind of wish you tailed, I think.
A little bit.
But you like to tail one pick at a time,
which
is a bad way to bet.
You
and Ray sometimes do that where you're like, what's your luck or what's the one bet?
I don't ask you anymore. So
I don't ask you either.
I don't ask anymore.
No, I don't ask you anything.
You got to take all the bets. You got to take the live bets. I've said it every week on the show.
You call me up and you're like, oh no, the Packers, and then hang up the phone. I'm like, all right, I go, mate, for sure. Do I bet the Packers?
Or you know what he does? You know what I do though? But now I just subscribe to Winnable, even though that's a selfish plug. But they just send a little free bet right there.
Yeah, Winnable's great.
I just do that. It's like a little warm little pillow. I just cozy up to it.
So yeah, that's it for me though from the week recap.
Listen. So obviously we have more to recap, but I wanted to show you, Ray and Simon, this. Obviously I'm always messing around on X, and there was a big weekend for Roy Jones, and there was John Jones and Tyson and Jake Paul. But Ray, I'm sitting here, and you know me and us, everything's sort of conspiratorial in a way, right?
Yeah, we love it.
I wanted to pull this up and show you guys this. In 2020, Trump is president. Olympics took place. Dodgers won the World Series. Dak Prescott out for the season. Steelers in first place in AFC North, which I did not see. Bills beat the Chiefs in the regular season. Chiefs win the Super Bowl. We're repeating literally history. Like,
guaranteed Chiefs win the Super Bowl.
What are the chances of that?
This is happening. Put your money on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl right now.
Oh, for sure.
What are they right now?
They're actually like
favorite.
So the Lions are now the favorite. They're like plus 400.
I saw that.
I like
but
that.
Yes, Brady, after seeing this, Chiefs gonna win the Super Bowl.
I don't know, because me, I'm like, what happens in 2028? If that happens in 2028, I swear to God, I'm like, we definitely are living in the Matrix.
So is Donald Trump Jr. gonna be president then?
No, Barron is gonna be president.
Oh yeah, Barron, the book from the 1800s, crazy.
Which is crazy. That is nuts. You've heard about that book, right? The Travels of Barron Trump.
No,
from the 1800s.
Really?
It's about a guy, Barron Trump, and he's mentored by a rich guy named Donald Trump.
And they live on the same street that they live now in Trump Tower in New York.
Yeah,
that's pretty wild.
And this book was written in like the 1700s.
Was it in The Simpsons?
Probably.
It could be.
But yes, after seeing this, the Chiefs are going to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I think so too, for sure.
Plus 400.
Strange.
For sure. With that said, the Mike Tyson fight and the Jake Paul fight, and I'm so glad we don't have to talk about it after this episode.
What I say?
Ray,
what did I say?
Ray, just give us what did you say right out
what
the
did I say? I said it. I said it in the previous last week. I said he's not winning, and I said by knockout, but leaning towards it. I end up taking Jake Paul by decision at plus 270, I think. And ended up winning by decision, kind of carried it out. It would have been very sad to see Mike Tyson get knocked out. It would have been horrible. There was like a clip in between round where he's like it almost looked like he was crying, and I was like, he's 60, man. Like, I don't think people really understand. I get it. His training clips, he's one of the best boxers ever, but there's 30 years gap from him being in his prime and being in combat sports or boxing in general. It's wear and tear.
Didn't it look like his legs were going to crumble?
Well, he had a knee
his
brace
knees
on.
were both like this.
He had a brace
that's what
on.
happens
I
when
know.
you're old.
But
you know?
I know.
I mean,
Paul took
But
it
I mean,
easy.
like, wait, they should have checked him for everything and said he can't fight. Look at his
well,
effing
we
knees.
knew this, but there's a lot of money involved. I mean, there's so many. It's a business, and
Right.
he made a lot of money. He should be happy. I'm happy he didn't get knocked out, and I think if anything, it was carried to to a decision. I think Jake was pulling a lot of his punches too. So
Yeah, Paul took it easy on him. He didn't want to,
yeah, he didn't want to fuck because then he would look like an asshole.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If Jake Paul fucking starches Mike Tyson in two rounds, it's gonna and no one's gonna respect the guy. But now, of course, the criticism, exactly, is well, you beat an older Mike Tyson, and also you didn't knock him out, so he's just gonna get hate either way. He doesn't give a fuck. He made money.
What do you think about him coming out into the air tonight? The Phil Collins song.
Yeah, it was funny.
It was funny, but he said it was supposed to be like a slight to Mike Tyson. I'm like, how much money he made off that movie?
Yeah, I mean, he played all into it. I mean, good for him. He knows how to make money and get under people's skin. And the whole point of people wanting to watch Jake Paul is for him to get knocked out.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was kind of the the overall that what we wanted. We're like, oh, but Mike Tyson, one of the greatest knockout boxers of all time. Yes. 40 years ago, but you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yeah, he was one of the best. Like, what do we got to dig up Ali out of his grave and be like, yeah, he's one of the best, though. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah, dude.
Fuck.
And see, look, so they posted this and said this was the actual script. I got this off Reddit. Supposedly, right? The opening bell rings and Tyson showing flashes of his old form. Like, who's writing this out?
Flashes of
what I'm saying? I mean, like, trying to hold it together, biting his glove. Where's that at?
First off, he barely even got in the ring. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, before the round one starts, the guy was already struggling.
Yeah,
like,
also, Ray,
no one wants to talk about that.
He came out by himself. I felt so bad for him.
No
one came out with him?
Yeah, that's vintage Mike Tyson, though. He wants to do that. He would come out back in the 80s or 90s, too, with just the Be Real. But he had Tupac in his corner, too. That was back in the day. But that was OG Mike Tyson, so.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The whole thing was garbage.
He just doesn't give a fuck. I mean, even the weigh-ins too. When he stepped on his foot, I love that slap. I'm so happy he slapped him. I think they were 227 or something like that.
Wait, can we talk about that for 2 seconds too? Do you think that was an organic slap?
That was organic
for real.
Yeah, that wasn't fake at all. He stepped on his foot, and
when you're older, you get stepped on your foot.
That was a real slap. He really slapped Jake Paul. You can just tell how he reacted.
For sure.
That Mike Tyson isn't a fucking actor. If you know Mike Tyson, I've followed him for years. He's not fucking choreographing a slap to the face.
You know what's crazy, Ray? And I know, like you said, he's almost 60 years old. He truly didn't look like he knew where he was at most of the time.
Damn.
And I'll give you an example. Did you see him have that? He had a conversation with that little girl. Did you see? He got interviewed by that 11-year-old.
Little girls.
And she goes, "What the legacy?" Ray, she goes, "What's your legacy?" He goes, "I don't give a fuck about legacy."
Yeah. the little girl's like, what do you want to look back on your legacy? He's like, legacy don't matter to me.
Yeah, he's like, we all be dust.
It's a little girl, and the girl's standing there smiling. It's legacy doesn't give a fuck. At the end of the day, we all die and we all turn into dust. And all of a sudden, the girl's like, okay, thank you, Mike Tyson. And I was like, what are you supposed to say to that? The girl's like, just all smiling, and then he just looks at her, and all of a sudden the comments underneath were like, Mike's keeping it real to the younger generation.
But also, Mike's PR team is probably like, fuck.
No, honestly, it was great. It went viral.
Yeah.
It went viral.
I thought it was really, really funny. Let's see. The Jake Paul fight, it was for Netflix, it crushed. They got 18 million, number that Paul's most valuable promotion says shatters the U.S. record for boxing or MMA ever held outside of Las Vegas.
Yeah, because it was in a stadium.
That's what boxing's got to do in terms of moving forward their future. Nobody's going to watch versus.
I will. I watch real fights.
Well, yeah.
I don't want to watch real fights. I want to watch real fights in the UFC. I don't care about boxing.
I still love boxing. Ray?
Yeah, I mean, I do too. But like, this is like real combat sports now with our generation. Everyone wants it's more of a spectacle, and realistically, it's an entertainment business as well. The UFC does a great job through production and social media to market their fighters and have their fighters take a certain angle. And there's a lot of behind the scenes shit that people do, which is Jake Paul is such a character that he's built himself to being such a hated person that people want to see him get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who's he fighting next?
Jake Paul?
You.
Yeah,
Should fight him.
Yeah, you should. We're now.
Colin Farrell from the Penguins.
You and Better Derek should fight. Call him out right now.
I will fight Better Derek.
Yeah,
Let's fight.
Clip that. He's in Miami, so
I will fight you, Better. I love you, Better Derek, but I will fight you.
all right.
is
we're
it Eric
clipping
or
that.
Derek?
Better Derek. He's a cool guy.
He's a real skinny guy. Yeah.
He'd probably beat me up.
Speaking of skinny, Donald Trump's got his new Secretary of State, and this means nothing in terms of what we're talking about, but I feel like we all
Is it
need
the one
to
that's
just
hot?
take a moment of silence and watch this, Ray. She's 21 years old, complete rocket.
Oh my God.
Complete rocket.
That's not real.
She works at
There's
hijinks.
there's no way.
What?
Look how hot she is. That's real. Ray, that's his actual press secretary.
Not-
I'm not even kidding you.
Do you think he's hooking up with her?
I mean, I don't know. Why wouldn't he be? She's
Wow.
21 years.
But it's under Elon Musk parody. Do I believe that?
I don't know. But
I-
no, for real, no, Ray. That
She's-
is actually his press
She's
secretary. I'm not kidding.
27. She's not 21.
She looks 21.
And
that ass looks fucking.
who
20,
cares? He can do
21.
whatever he wants. He's the president.
Okay, just
That's
saying.
crazy.
I mean,
That is.
would you want your press secretary to be that hot? I mean, his last one was
Yes.
pretty hot.
I mean, if it was Bill Clinton, he probably would. Fuck.
What do you guys? Be honest with me right now. How much would it take you to bang Jean-Pierre Biden's press secretary?
Who the hell is
How
that?
much money?
I don't even. That sounds disgusting already.
Yeah,
pull her
yeah.
up.
The name
I don't
sounds
gotta, we don't got to
gross.
pull her up. She sounds gross already.
Oh, come on, guys!
I mean, you just
guys are
showed me
so much
that.
fun.
What are you going to show me
yeah,
next?
exactly. Fucking
Hold on.
84. What is it, Mike Tyson? It's
Jean-Pierre.
basically Mike Tyson just with
This
a
is
wig.
going to be gross. I don't even want to look.
Jean-Pierre
Yeah.
UFC.
There she is.
Oh,
how much to bang her?
I hate that lady.
Yeah, no.
She's disgusting, and she talks. Oh God,
She is the worst
want to throw up.
for sure.
Yeah, fighter.
Okay, good. Moving on. Speaking of ass, we got her. Also, the dance that Trump does on stage is sweeping the nation, Ray. It's going viral.
John Jones.
Well, yeah, it's going viral because of John Jones over the weekend bringing back the YMCA dance. So,
I mean, it's pretty great.
Can somebody beat John Jones?
No.
Everyone wants him to see him fight Tom Aspinall.
Well,
I mean,
what
that's
is that?
probably his biggest test, but he wants to get paid a shit ton of money. We're
I don't
talking like $20 million.
You guys get it. Yeah,
So-
John Jones in that dance. Everyone was doing it. College football. It was sweeping the nation. Even people in like European soccer, girls volleyball, they're all doing the dance. The thing I think is funny is they're cutting it out on ABC and CBS during football. They're not even showing it. So what are you gonna do?
Why?
I don't know.
But all
Fox
over-
is not.
It was all over
Fox is not
ESPN.
doing that.
I don't know why they're not. I think it's entertaining.
ESPN is part of
Yeah.
ABC, so that's weird.
I don't know. Anyway, speaking of football, Sweiss, let's get into
Oh
it.
yeah.
huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's
Get
get
off.
let's
Let me
get you rock hard.
Yeah. Oh
My
yeah.
Chicago Bears lost to your my Chicago Bears lost to your Green Bay Packers. Matt Eberflus is a complete dumpster fire of a coach. He might be the worst coach we've ever had. He's 14-29, worse than Matt Nagy, who's 34-31. The locker room has issues. Third offensive staff hired, coached a record franchise 14-game losing streak. 8 assistants fired in 14 months. 0-18 on Sunday away games. Blown out 5 games and a 95% chance win. What are your guys' thoughts? Did you guys see the kick? Did you guys give a shit?
Oh, I was very excited.
Yeah, me too.
They're a mess with Eberflus. The new offensive coordinator is all right, but it's the ownership.
It's bad. It's all
They
bad.
need to hire an offensive coach. They do have skilled players now, and I'm not going to blame Caleb Williams because he did set them up for a game-winning field goal, but
He played great.
that's coaching at
He
the
had a
end.
good game.
That field goal was not blocked because it was lucky. That wasn't lucky. That was skill. One team with better preparation than the other, and that's why.
But also,
Packers
the
won.
coach, Ray, the coach came out for the Green Bay Packers. I forget his name. The special teams coach said he came out and said, if we don't get one block, he goes, I'm going to be very disappointed. And he called it. They got a block right at the end.
Yeah,
but
I
also, was it a
needed that.
penalty at the end?
No. They kicked
No, I
it
know.
low. Also, they should have had one more play to get a few more yards because Santos is a low kicker. But I mean, this is now the second game this year. They should have won off of some stupid shit that they did.
Can we talk about how many kickers missed field goals this year so far? This is the most I've ever seen.
Except
in my
Brandon
life.
Aubrey from Dallas. He's
pull it up.
incredible.
No, he fucking missed one yesterday too.
Well, he missed one. He missed
Exactly.
one all year.
But I'm saying everyone and their mother's been missing field goals like crazy. It's the most by far.
They're also
Every game I've watched, you've watched automatic kickers just miss
But
field
also,
goals.
they kicked a lot of long ones, too.
you know,
they have Keith alone.
They're trying to keep it the under. They're like,
Look
all
at your
right,
boy.
Young Way.
Young Ho.
Tell me why. Tell me why he missed field goals, Simon.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
break it down, analytics guy.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Tell me why Koo missed all the field goals. All right,
He's having a rough year.
all right.
It's not good.
You don't like him. He was on my
Chris
fantasy. I took him
Boswell's
off.
having a great year.
All right, super duper.
Fairbairn. What's his
Gives a
name? From
fuck.
Houston. He's good.
Yeah.
Also, Daniel Jones is garbage. Daniel Jones is benched for Tommy Cutlets. Tommy Cutlets.
I love the move.
Are we surprised, Ray?
You know, it's funny. I got the news from a girl that I know. She sent me a DM, and it was like a mass DM going, "When you find out your ex-boyfriend is starting for the Giants again," I was like,
That's
"Well,
not
first
nice.
off, I also don't care. So why are you DMing me this shit?" But
Right.
that's the news. That's how I found out from Daniel.
Tommy
Daniel
Cutlets.
Jones.
You know Tommy Cutlets.
That's it. Tommy Cutlets.
Daniel
Tommy Turkeys. He's getting
Daniel
ready
Jones should go play in the UFL
Yeah.
or something. We have it's gonna be a fun Thanksgiving with Tommy DeVito versus Cooper Rush. It's gonna be a shit
for.
game.
It's not
Everyone's gonna
Cooper Rush.
fucking nap during it.
It is Cooper Rush.
I don't think it is. I think it's the other guy. Who's the other guy?
Trey Lance.
Oh, no. You're right. It's Cooper Rush.
Maybe they'll start Trey Lance. I don't know. That's the
Honestly,
4
the
o'clock game.
game's gonna suck.
But why is
No one's gonna
Thanksgiving
watch
games
that.
always so bad? Why do they always put the worst
Bears
teams?
are playing the Lions. You guys are gonna get smoked.
I don't know. I think the Bears will give them a run for their money. I mean, maybe. They're not that bad. I don't think, but the Bears
Their
are,
coach is that bad.
but the Bears are notorious for looking like dog shit on primetime games. That's just a
Aren't
fact.
the Packers playing on
yeah, that's Miami,
Miami? Oh, they're gonna lose.
which we didn't really talk about the Miami thing from earlier.
Yeah, but they're gonna
Please
lose.
break it down for us.
Well, Miami, there's always that one team each year that like starts poor. The quarterback gets injured, something like
Yeah.
Miami's schedule is pretty easy. They're plus 310 odds to make the playoffs. I like that for them right now. I think they come they go like 9-8. They get that last playoff spot in the AFC. Denver's in the last one, I believe now, but I don't think. But yeah, Miami is my sleeper team to make the playoffs. Plus 310. I like the odds there. Spicy.
I like it.
Our local team here.
I like that.
If Tua stays healthy, which he's been.
Well, why haven't we gone to a game yet? Why haven't we gone to a game? We said we were gonna go. Oh yeah, before the fucking season, we're all like, yeah, we're gonna go to a game, and then like avoided it at all costs. We're just
Well, we
like,
went to the
no.
tailgate,
We did.
and then we watched the game at home.
We left within 15
Or we went
minutes
to the
because it was
beach bars.
hot. We're like, let's go,
It
and
was
we're like, it's way too hot. Let's
it
get out
was
of here.
dripping wet hot.
But yeah, if Tua's looking good, he's not concussed again yet, so we'll see. Dolphins to the playoffs
I'm
plus
sure we'll find
310.
a way to get whacked.
Dolphins plus 310. You heard it here first.
No, somebody definitely has said that before.
I saw John.
I don't remember.
I saw John Harbaugh over the weekend, and this is why I was so jealous because I wanted him to go to the Bears so bad.
Like I'm drawing a pass here.
Look at he's
Pretend like you're throwing a pass here.
Well, backside.
Yes.
I mean, I could.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Or the other side.
Or the other side. Both sides.
And they're going to go.
look. They completely faked him out.
Herbert rolling to the right, and here he goes, Herbert into the end zone.
I mean, but that's what John Harbaugh or Jim Harbaugh does. He's creative. He's innovative. He's awesome. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of John Gruden, who just got with Barstool, by the way.
Yeah, that
It
is great.
It is must-watch TV. If you haven't watched John Gruden on Barstool, it's so good. He breaks down the guys themselves. He's like, big kid, you've got bad energy. You know that, man?
That's-
Pretty
yeah.
good
We should definitely
Thank
plug
you.
them in from our show. Don't want to watch this.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh no,
I
There's
guess.
other great shows out there.
I was just saying because he works for Barstool. That's all. That's the only reason why I was
That's
saying
the
that.
show.
I get it.
That's all I was saying. You guys are too funny. I love it. Okay, moving on. Jim Harbaugh, I love it. New football trend, by the way, boys. I don't know if you saw this. I don't think you have. Let's see. I'll show you. Here we go. New football trend right here. Tell me if you guys like this idea. I think I like this idea. They drop the ball and then the captains have to fight for it. Again, from your favorite channel, Ray.
Yeah, this is a great channel, Brady. I'm sure you'll mention them again.
I didn't say it. All right, this takes a minute.
4 days later.
I know we need that.
10 years later.
Who's it taking
Hold on, watch. I think this is kind of cool, though. I don't know who came up with
wait,
this,
the
but
ball just goes to the middle.
watch, and then there's the two captains that have to fight for it.
I'm sure that's a lot of money spent just for a high school game, right? Well,
Yeah, by the way, what if someone's sick in there, Ray? And they're like, I need to go to the hospital. Like, we need to drop the ball off first. Look, then they get it.
I like it.
I think it's kind of cool. What are you guys' thoughts on that? Should we do that from now on, or what?
I mean, is that a high school game?
I don't know.
It's definitely a high school game.
There's no one in the stands, so I mean,
I think it's pretty stupid.
Oh, okay.
I think it's
Good.
hilarious, but
Positive.
I think it's funnier that no one's even there.
You
for
asked
it.
for my opinion of it. It's a fucking helicopter at a high school
Why do you think
football
it's
game.
stupid though? I think
I
it's
think
They
I
could
think it's
use the
funny.
money for something else to actually help the kids.
think it's
They get a better
yada.
food. They're gonna fucking put a helicopter for a coin toss.
Hey, you know
Yeah,
what,
that's
dude?
funny. It'd
by
be
the
funny
way,
if they
so
dropped the
stupid.
missile.
By the way,
That's the dumbest shit I've
that's
ever
not
seen.
Stupid. By the way, what if the boosters
is-
have so much money? They're like,
That's
no, we're
funny.
dropping the
There
ball.
was nobody in the stands.
That's true, actually.
That
which
was
is
so
which is
There
dumb.
was no one in the
that's
stands.
actually
They wanted a
funnier, though.
viral video, so they did this stupid shit one time. They're not doing it every week.
All right.
Fuck that.
Okay.
Why are you
great.
so mad about the
That is
helicopter?
so, yeah, what do you have to be so mad about that?
Yeah, what did the helicopter
You
do
want
to
my
you, bro?
opinion of it? You want me to not say my opinion?
What do you hate fights in hockey too? I mean,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
I love fights in hockey. I wish there was. I wish there was fights in the NFL more.
We'll get back.
Yeah,
We'll get that.
I do wish that too.
But what do you think about this? Right, I'm not going to mention who it is because. But do you like this?
Andrew
Right? Do you
Tate?
like this? Did you see this? Right?
Yeah.
He calls out Jake Paul. Will he fight
It's clear
Jake Paul
to me
next?
you are desperate.
He's been
for a
saying
reality
this for
check.
years.
You know what? If I made my money
He talks
impressing 4-year-olds on YouTube and managed to somehow become a multimillionaire from it, I'd probably live in a dream
He is-
world.
he
too.
is funny,
But let me
I like-
explain something to you
Yeah,
about
oh, yeah.
combat sports. There are a whole bunch of men out here
Combat.
who will never be as famous as you, will never make the money you've made, who would kick the living fuck out of you. This is the hardest sport in the world, and people dedicate
Yeah,
their
he's
lives
right.
to this, and most of them never get a payday. It never pays off for the majority of fighters, all of which would fuck you up. I'm one of the lucky
So,
ones.
right, what do you
I made a
think? Do you
little
think
bit
Jake
of money.
Paul? Who would win, Jake Paul or Andrew Tate?
I mean, it depends. I mean, Andrew Tate actually has fought kickboxing and as well as MMA. But I didn't. From the clips that I've seen, his fucking chin's wide open. But I don't know. They both, he hasn't really fucking trained in a long time, and Jake Paul's, a good amateur boxer. So
Right.
it'd be different if it was kickboxing. I'd say Andrew Tate, boxing, probably Jake Paul. But
Would you watch it?
yeah, of course.
Really?
It would be, yeah. I mean, who wouldn't? Everyone doesn't. There's people that hate Jake Paul and hate fucking Andrew Tate, so they can hate them and be like, God, I hope it's a double knockout, or go to a side that they want to see win. So it'd be a win-win for everyone. It's a social thing. Look what happened with fucking Netflix with 80 million views.
Yeah.
So
which is
more
insane.
social status, and honestly, I do think it should be something. So fuck it. They'll make a lot of money, and a lot of people will watch one of their guys that they hate get knocked out, which I'm sure people would be happy about.
For sure. Now, when you watch John Jones, obviously it's Andrew Tate and Jake Paul. Those guys are fucking whatever. And I'm asking you guys your opinion. Is John Jones hands down the most electric? Is he the best athlete? Is he the baddest, scariest athlete, Ray, that has ever done a professional sport?
Yeah, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT.
For sure.
He's the GOAT. If there was a Mount Rushmore for MMA, John Jones is on it for sure.
Was he done?
No, he's gonna fight again.
Because Ray, I've never seen this done ever. Have you?
Yeah, it's just a spinning back kick. Yeah.
But I guess he ruptured his spleen and everything.
No. It's just he fought him on the other side of the liver. He got right in the rib cage, probably fractured a few bones. Then hits him with the Trump dance.
I love it.
And then points at him, loves it. They're
I
clapping.
love his showmanship. It's great.
Dude,
Yeah, I mean, it's he's
UFC really knows how to put on a good product.
for sure.
he's the GOAT for a reason. Everyone has short-term memory loss, man. Everyone always fucking, but Tom Aspinall. Yeah, Tom Aspinall's a great up-and-coming fighter, but this dude's been around since I was a kid. Since he was his fucking world champion, he's still the youngest world champion ever at 23 years old. He's now 37.
So
He's been around for a minute.
So here's the thing that I think that puts him ahead of everyone else: Michael Jordan, Pele, Wayne Gretzky. Watch this interview.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen this, obviously, for the people at home that hasn't. Watch this. Simon hasn't seen this. I guarantee it. It's like, it's not
Wish they would
football.
let me next door so I can spit in your fucking face.
You know I would absolutely kill you if you ever did something like that,
You
right?
could never kill me.
Listen
Oh,
to
I bet you I could.
Then you should try, John.
Yeah,
You
this
really
is
should
prime
try,
John.
John.
I would literally
How old
kill
is he
you
there?
and spit in my face.
Yeah, let's try that,
23,
John.
24?
Literally
No.
kill you.
Let's try
That
that.
smile
John.
right there.
He's like
I'm
30.
not saying I would fight you. I said I would kill you.
John,
fucking
do you think?
serious.
So, John, do you think I'm just gonna sit there and let you kill me, John?
Here's where it says.
I mean, really?
AI ranks the top 10 greatest athletes.
Yeah, he should be 100% be up there. 100%.
Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, Pele, Usain Bolt, Messi. I mean, you forget about Messi. He's incredible.
Him being over Brady's crazy.
That is crazy. Tom
Brady
Brady
being eighth is absurd.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I'll be honest with you, Pele. I don't even. That's wild to me. But,
we couldn't.
I mean, I don't know soccer like.
Where the fuck is Michael
DeAndre's
Phelps?
pissed that I just said that. He's like, who the fuck do you think? What'd you say?
Yeah.
Where
He's
is
so
Michael
mad right
Phelps
now.
on this list?
Yeah, he's also. I
And he
mean,
got
I
caught
agree.
cheating.
I mean, him being one of the greatest athletes of all time, he's broken records and he's undefeated. I know he has a scratch, but that was from a DQ of him absolutely dominating Matt Hamill.
I mean,
So-
there should be one from every sport.
I mean, John Jones is the GOAT of MMA.
Why is Jordan that much higher than LeBron?
What? Are you crazy? Jordan's the number one. Should be number one ever in any conversation. LeBron James. LeBron
Have you seen his stats?
Maybe, hey,
LeBron James is
DeAndre, real quick.
garbage.
I know you're not on camera, but Pele had 3. Do you like that? I feel like you should be down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like maybe 6. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Okay.
damn.
Pele being 3 is throwing me off.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he
Also,
Oh yeah, where's Tiger Woods?
9. Yeah, that's not.
also, yeah, John Jones being 7, that should be more like 10.
Yeah, I can see John Jones being at more of a 9 or a 10. And then
Brady's got to be up the list. That's my number one.
I'm not gonna lie, I love John Jones, but him being above Brady's crazy.
Yeah, I mean Tom Brady should be 2.
Tom
number
Brady
2.
should be over Jordan.
He won 7 championships.
Tom Brady
should
should
be
be in the
over-
top fucking
But we're talking-
5.
But we're
Tom
talking
Brady number 1.
He's in the top 5, Tom Brady.
We're
Are we
talking
all in agreement?
athletes, right? Yeah, but Tom Brady wasn't technically a great athlete. He was really smart at what he does. That's what I'm thinking.
But
Right?
no, but he's these
Well,
are
the
athletes.
best athlete would be
technically, overall.
LeBron in terms of athletic.
Yeah, if we're talking
Yeah.
about strictly top
Yeah,
10
yeah,
athleticism,
yeah.
athletes is within their own.
But it's an
sport.
interesting debate.
Yeah, no, that we could dive really deep into that.
Also, people at home, what do you guys think? Do you think the list is right? Let us know. We'll send you a free hat or send you a
I
naked
thought we were gonna wait
We'll
for
send you a
them to
naked
like
pic of
call
Sweiss.
it. Like, what do you think?
Sweiss, break out your computer. It's time, baby.
Baby.
We're getting into your new partnership, which I'm going to let you fill the people at home in with Edge Sports. We're super excited. Our boy Trace isn't here, but he's the one doing all the work behind the scenes. You're going to need your microphone, Sweiss. So, yeah, it's an exciting time. We're getting with a lot of good people. We're getting with Winnable. We're getting with Edge Sports. We're getting with Hijinks and the bartenders.
Didn't need to say that on the episode.
That's a problem. I don't know why everyone is.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what they want, though. That's what they want. They
Totally.
want all the guys to fucking go, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you want me to start with
Brady,
Edge?
please let us know at home what you have cooking up.
Yeah. So MVP, we got a lot of stuff going on. We
Yeah,
just
right. No, I'm just kidding.
What a fucking-
So we just partnered up with this company called Edge Sports, another AI. So we're doing the live betting, and now we got the pregame betting at AI stuff, which
I like
I'm sure
that.
you two are very excited about.
I will start
I
using
couldn't
it.
wait.
Yeah.
I've been thrilled.
Yeah.
Well,
I get
you
a
know-
subscription.
You know,
not
if
tell?
you don't like my picks, you can blame the AI now,
I
which
have a
is a lot
season
better.
pass.
But I'm going to blame you
You
through
have
the
a free season pass because you work with us or for us.
Hey.
But no, we
Wow.
partner with Edge Sports. They do AI picks for pregame. They're working on doing all sports.
Do
but
they
right,
finish here or no? Just Edge? Oh, Edge Sports. Okay.
it's called Edge Sports.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
you can download it. It's on the App Store. It's a great app, really easy to use. But Edge Sports, what they provide differently than other folks is they spend a ton of time building their models. They take the best experts from and use engineers to build machine learning algorithms. So they're building the best top of the line AI product for pregame bettors for the NFL, and we're doing that in turn with Intellibets, our partner for the live betting
I
stuff.
love that. This has just turned into a TED talk, but I love this.
Well, yeah,
Keep going.
we got to give them a shout out, and it
course.
makes your life easy, right? Like Brady, you can just check the app; it'll tell you the picks. Their winning percentage is over 60%.
I'm not gonna lie, I do like that. I don't want to fucking think.
No, it
for
doesn't
it
tell
at
you
all.
any analysis. It just tells you, hey, take the Colts +8. Like it gives you a rundown. They track the results and everything. As you know, the live betting AI space can be full of scammers, right?
Sure.
You see those Lamborghini handicappers, all of that.
We know a few of those people.
Oh yeah, we do know a few scammers.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
doubt it. Yeah, they're all on my sheet.
But they track everything that they do in terms of their picks, and you can see their records for everything. I've used it a lot for NBA, so that's been great. And yeah, the AI learns throughout the course of the season, similar to our live betting. So normally they'll be at like 50-50 to start at the beginning, until at least they can get a couple games, like 3 to 4 games in.
Right.
and then the data just improves. So they're building all their models. We partnered with them. It's been fantastic. So Far Edge Sports, their app, you can download it. It's super easy to use. And we're looking forward to continuing that partnership.
Love it. I love it. What's and then the IntelliBets too as well?
Yeah, so we've been doing our live betting AI software, IntelliBets. We're building out a dashboard right now that's in alpha, about to be in beta with them, but we're able to see where the market's wrong live in game. I know you guys have been doing a lot of pregame bets, but really trying to get people to do live bets. Really trying to understand what the barrier is for you guys doing live bets more consistently. What's the
Is that
challenge?
technically like your nerd brain, like fucking programmed into Intelli?
Yeah, basically.
Okay, yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
a good way of
So
putting
it's just a
it.
Sweiss app.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
essentially.
should have your own app just called Sweiss.
maybe. But why can't you do live betting? Are you too drunk on Sundays? Like,
Yeah,
what's
I'm
the
wasted.
difficulty?
Yeah, just get blacked out hammered. I just
What
I'm like,
information
yeah.
would you need to live bet easier?
No information. I mean, none. I totally get what you're doing with the live betting stuff.
But
I
why
think
don't you
it's
do it? It's up a lot of units.
Because there's a certain thing that we go on where it's not as easy, I would think, to go on and bet on it, if you know what I'm talking about.
I mean,
So,
I mean, that's fair. But it is,
so if there's an app where I can just go into the app and I do it, then it seems to be just a little bit easier. And it already knows what I like. It already knows what I think I would want to do. Why wouldn't I do that? I think that's awesome.
okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So if you guys want any more information, let us know.
I mean, I think the easiest time for you to bet would be halftime during games and making it part of your routine. That's what we're trying to do.
Is that your majority of your picks are halftime, right?
Yeah, because you have enough data.
Is halftime betting the cheat code?
Yes.
Okay.
Halftime betting is better than pregame betting.
All right, gotcha.
You have 15
There you
minutes. Go take a shit, get a beer. Brady, you got plenty
That's
of
more
time to
than-
do it. I don't
that-
want to hear excuses.
Yeah, but that's
For
more
sure.
than 15 minutes.
Yeah.
To take a shit and
Take
get a
a
beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good.
Well, I mean, drink a beer while you're
But
doing
you don't
it.
even need to take a shit. You probably just need to pee.
Yeah.
Great.
So, I mean, halftime betting, guys, start doing it. Join us on Winnable. Give it a try.
Fantastic. Yeah, and also there's just more information on Make Vegas Pay. Sweiss, give us your picks going into it's already week 11, which is insane.
Yeah, I'm getting my ass beat in fantasy right now.
It's just out of
Is
control.
everyone else getting fucking mauled?
Joe Mixon fucked me last night. so.
He was on my team, but unfortunately, the other guys had fucking Houston's defense, so that canceled out everything. So that sucked for me.
Okay, Sweiss, going in for your NFL picks. Moving forward. Grab your little thermos from high school. Okay, here we go. Browns-Steelers game. Browns-Steelers game.
I will be in attendance.
Okay.
We have about 35 to 45 mile an hour winds, significant rainfall. I already sent out under 36.5 for the game. Division game. Got to be really shitty weather. I will be there. I'll get some videos there. But going the under, the line should move to about 35.5, maybe 35. It already was pushed down from 38.5. So Steelers Browns under. I'm going to be dying from the rain and wind there, but we will have good photos and videos from it.
Yeah, I like it. And you said it's going to be pouring, so it should be a fun game. Whenever it rains, I like the rain games. Those are always just, for some reason, a lot of fun. A lot of fumbles. And probably you'll be nice and wasted for that.
Yeah, is it really going to be shitty? Like, is it going to be snowy, rainy? Like, what's the forecast here, Sweiss? Here, be weatherman for 2 seconds.
It'll be rainy and windy.
I saw snow. I looked it up.
No,
night game?
not snow. It's gonna be like late high 30s, low 40s.
Is it night game?
Yeah, Thursday night football.
Nice.
Are you going to be there?
I will be there.
Are you
I
gonna
will
be drunk?
sweating out the under, and I will be drunk.
Okay,
So
cool.
Take the under with me. 36.5.
So-
key number. Make sure you get it.
So while you hand out that halftime report, how accurate is that going to be since you're going to be fucking
Andres
plastered?
from our team will be charged with
Sorry.
that while I'm blacking out at the game.
All right, fair enough.
I
I
will
just
be-
want to make sure
I will
you're
be
in reliable
tailgating
hands here.
Starting at like 4 o'clock.
That's
so
teamwork.
I already
like
giving
it.
you my pick. Under Steelers Browns.
How confident?
Jesus, you always ask me this.
I mean,
1 unit.
so it's a lock.
No, there's no such thing as a lock, Ray.
I literally am doing a segment later called the lock.
You
Bro.
should.
All right.
So, like,
All right, so that's the first game.
there's always a lock. It's a lock till it's not. So-
Okay, next game, Packers 49ers. Your Packers against the 49ers. I take the Niners in this bitch.
Nah, Packers at home. I know we didn't look great, but Niners, it's -2.5. Niners aren't making the playoffs. I have their under win total. They're about to go under that win total, which was 11.5 before the season. Another right bet for me that you guys probably didn't take.
Nah.
You're right.
No, the Niners are a mess. This is a road game. The Kittle didn't even play last week. They're banged up. Like the Packers -2.5 to win by a field goal. I think they win between 3 and 7 points this game.
Love it. Philly Rams, Sunday Night Football.
I'm loving the dog here. Rams at home. Better coach, better quarterback,
Better
still.
pizza.
Yeah.
Papa John's.
Thank you.
But yeah, I like the Rams plus 130 in this spot. Outright upset. Fuck the points.
We got to talk this. Sirianni's still undefeated since
he really?
okay, with your you made the ball take. That is fair.
Since being bald, he's undefeated, and I'm not going against a bald Sirianni.
I am not going against the Rams. I'm sorry.
I'm not going against the bald Sirianni.
So that's your pick, and that's your pick. Let's see how this goes. By the way, Ray, if you want to go at halftime, you can get a lot of information.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can put a bet in.
And I could put a bet in at
That's a
halftime.
callback.
He may shave his
Edge.
head at fucking halftime too. So
Which would make that's even better.
it's even better. It's better for.
I
the
mean, I
Phillies.
just trust McVay and staff. You got to trust coaches and quarterbacks. I love
I
McVay
trust.
and
I
staff.
trust him.
McVay's like only 38 still, which is wild.
Yeah, Sirianni
No one
shaves his
cares
head
about his
bald.
age. All right,
His
Ravens,
wife is very hot.
no one gives a shit. Ravens
care.
Chargers Monday Night
Ooh, the
Football.
Harbaugh Bowl.
Harbaugh Bowl.
That's gonna be a good one, Ray.
Who's
Excited?
got more? Who's got yellow
Yeah, I'm fucking
teeth?
thrilled. I can't sleep.
Ravens -3 versus Chargers. The total opened at 50.5. Or no, opened at 50.5, 47.5, and up to 50.5. This is a tough one. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bet this one live.
As you should.
At halftime, we should have a good bet.
Well, who do you think? Go for the people.
I don't like the Ravens. I mean, the brothers, they know each other's
They're
systems.
texting.
Right?
You watch. I bet they're in on this. They're fucking betting on this game. Be like, hey, tell your defense
It's gonna be a close
lay
game.
low here so we could score and make the over.
What I'm gonna do, actually, Ray, I'm gonna do. Chargers are +3. I'm
They're
gonna
gonna
buy
go
up
over.
to +3.5. It's gonna be a close game. Monday Night Football. The two brothers, they know each other well. It's gonna be close. So Chargers +3.5 with the points. Not necessarily they win, but it's gonna be within 3 points.
I would assume it's going to be a good game. I mean,
Yeah, it
Harbaugh
should be a
brothers-
great game. So we have some good games this week. I don't know who the Bears are playing.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Actually, I don't even know.
They're gonna lose on their bye week.
Yeah, I think they're going to.
Actually, the Giants were on their bye, and a couple other teams lost or
I think
won.
they're playing the Panthers.
So their record like got all screwed up.
No, they're playing the Thanksgiving game. No, they're not. What am I talking about? Who cares? Moving on.
They are playing Thanksgiving as well.
Yes, they are. Sweiss NFL betting tips for the people at home. Where to get a -110 teaser? Please, God, let us know.
Yeah, this segment's for Ray. We're gonna help him improve his NFL betting. So you can get teasers. We've talked about teasers a million times. Buying up points. So like Bengals were +1.5, getting up to +7.5. Chiefs from 2.5 to 8.5. Chiefs got fucked. People who took them in the teasers, they ended at 9 that game. You can get -110 teasers. I know what books you can get it on. So send us a message, comment on this post where to get -1 teasers, but make sure you're not paying for juice on -120 or -130 teasers. -110 teasers, guys. I can get it for you. I know what books have it. So make sure you send us a message and never miss out on -110 teaser.
He's right.
Wow, that was hot.
That was hot. That's tip number 1.
That's a clip.
Tip number 2, our research team has been developing offensive line and defensive line discrepancies. Still laughing. Brady, you understand from your Bears, when there's a big gap between the O-line and the D-line, you got to bet on the side where there's the discrepancy.
I didn't think you were going to say that.
The Bears?
No, big gap between the. Go ahead. Sorry, my bad.
Big gap, yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, it makes sense. Ray knows he's a fighter with some of the bigger guys there. The trenches is where the NFL's won. So we have done our own proprietary research on offensive line and defensive line rankings. We're the only ones doing it. That's the next big thing, I believe, in NFL betting, knowing where there's discrepancy between the O-line and the D-line and taking advantage with your bets. You can win a lot of money that way. Make sure you're looking at that.
Okay. Where do we get our winning margin?
Winning margins bets you can get through FanDuel. Is the best site. I would say they offer 1 to 10 winning margins, which is strange, but also a lot of offshore books have them. So if you want additional alternatives for winning margin bets, 1 to 9 especially, we have them for you. You got to message us and we'll take it from there or comment on this video. The last betting tip I'll share is we are the only one in the business doing cheat sheets for the NFL. So basically we give a rundown of kind of like, hey, here's what the O-line rankings, luck rankings, yards per game, all that crap. Our clients get that as part of their package. So
really,
you can print out a one sheet on any game you want. We're going to be starting it for other sports soon. We'll probably do some stuff with UFC.
That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, we'll do it with Ray and some of the UFC. but nobody else is providing that value. All these guys are just like, hey,
You'd be the first in the space, at least for MMA and UFC.
for like
No one's
cheat
doing that.
sheets.
Yeah, no one's doing that.
We're looking at the refs for UFC. We're looking at it to all. We have a great research team. We're with Syracuse University interns. Shout out Syracuse and Falk Sport Management there.
Yeah, watch the show.
And
Please.
analytics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just tell your friends. Tell anyone.
They'll watch the kids, but
They're
yes,
not.
cheat sheets have been really helping me, and it helps our clients, so they don't get mad when I lose picks because it's, hey, we did the research. Sometimes you lose, sometimes you win, but $100 bettors up $2,800.
Love that.
You wish that was you when you started the season, and you could have been you
I bet and made some money last week. It made the
when you
most money
fade
I've
your
ever
own
made.
bets. How about Brady still fading his own bets?
Probably.
And winning money.
Yeah. Is that a bad thing?
Yeah, no, that's positive.
Listen, I'm dyslexic. Do you have a problem with that?
Yeah,
Raymond, moving on to you.
why get him on with his disability? Why do you do that?
All right, we're moving on to UFC.
Let's talk about your testosterone. All right. Ray's UFC tips and tricks. What do we call it, Ray? The headlock? Or are we doing that later?
Yeah, whatever you want to start with. I mean, at least for there's UFC Fight Night, I was gonna say my locks.
Dabble into it, pretty please.
Yeah, so this weekend we have UFC Fight Night. It's over in China.
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 So actually,
say it again, Brady. China.
As he takes a fucking gulp of water.
China.
So it's in China. So the card actually starts at 3 a.m. our time.
What?
So unfortunately,
is Trump going?
Yeah, he's gonna love it there.
Yeah, 3 a.m.
I'm sure I'm not gonna be up at that time. I'm gonna wake up and see if I won. But it's at 3 a.m. Headliner is Peter Yan versus Davison Figueiredo. I think that's gonna be
Peter
a great
Yan
fight.
Asian?
No, he's Russian.
Does Yan
There's
sound
actually-
Asian?
Yeah, it's over in the Middle East. He's right by there. He's right by China. So anyway, and he's a great main event, and I still think he's definitely in title
So what time
contention.
will that main event start, Ray?
Figure fucking if you want to wake up early at like 7, 6, 7. So depending on how many people get knocked out previously, so it all depends on how quick the card moves. But leading on that, I got a lock and a dog for the fight.
lock.
So for the lock of the week, I'm going for Carlos Ulberg versus Volkan Oezdemir. Right now, he's currently sitting at a minus 235, 240, and I understand that might seem kind of juiced. But in terms of a lock, I like picking a guy that I feel super confident in. And out of all the people on the card, he's definitely the more technical strider compared to Oezdemir. And I think he's going to piece him up. And if you want to be really ballsy, I would take the under. This shit ain't going the distance.
I want to be ballsy. I'm going to take it.
You're going to be, you are ballsy.
I'll take it.
By ballsy, throwing like $10. Now
like
for the
great.
dog of the week, we have Muslim was Sindikov. I know it's off the top of my head. Muslim Sindikov, Russian.
Is that really it?
Yep. And on top of that, he's 40 years old. He's the king of kung fu, and he's fighting Keenan Song from China.
I'm into it.
I love Keenan Song in this matchup. You have a more of an older kickboxing style. He leads with his kicks. Keenan Song is a very technical boxer. I think he's going to get inside, and I think he's going to catch it. I think that also, I don't know, that's very iffy in terms of going the distance or not, because Keenan Song can get him out of there if he wants to, but his fight IQ is definitely sketchy. But I love him in terms of points and beating Muslim Sindikov in that fight. And at a plus 140 right now,
Juicy.
plus 140 he's sitting at. I like him for my dog of the week.
Will that line move?
100%. You're going to start seeing money getting poured on.
What do you think it'll be end at?
Man, I could see even getting almost to close to even, or maybe him at a plus 120.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So,
I'm going to lock that in tonight, though.
Yeah, you have a lot of people in this space right now talking about Keenan Song winning this. So the line will be moving, and I see it going in Keenan Song's direction very soon. He's also fighting in his hometown. So
speaking of, okay.
Yes.
Do you like, would you use the AI stuff for MMA? Or
can you do that? Can you do that, AI?
Yeah, we can get working on that for you.
Let's fucking, yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk to them. Yeah.
I think UFC and MMA in general is probably one of the better ones you could do AI, because, I mean,
I was going to say, it'd be amazing.
It's money.
But also, it seems like MMA would be a lot easier to do, or AI would be able to do.
Yeah, because it's not a team sport. You get to focus on one person individually, so it's easier.
We'll get working on that. I was going to ask Ray for this upcoming, you have the lock of the week and the dog of the week. What about like each week we maybe do like a knockout where you predict what round or something and give us a few big odds? I know Matty Betts does that. I'd love to hear that from you.
Yeah, is he
Give
good?
Brady and I some good
Is
long
Matty
dogs.
Betts, is he good at that though, or no?
Yeah, how many times has he hit on that?
You don't have to be right that many times to be profitable with it. No, seriously.
I mean,
by
enough.
round, like, if you have one a week,
I'll be honest with you,
if you want a
brother.
guy by knockout, like, give us a long shot.
All right, yeah, I don't
All right,
mind.
like, how about give us a long shot?
Yeah,
Not
long
a
shot.
knockout, a long shot.
No, but it could be knockout, by round.
Matty Betts already does that.
Yeah, I don't want to do what he's doing. I'm better than Matty Betts.
Okay.
This
Well, what
is
do you
Ray
give me? It. Give me what you got then. Let me hear it.
What do you mean? Give me? What are you making me do his segment? What the fuck do you mean? Give me what you got.
Hey, man, come on out, big
yeah.
guy.
What? Yeah, what?
Hey, he's close by. We know
If I
Matty.
give you what you
we
got,
love you, Matty. We love you.
How about this? I would ask the people. We have the dog in the lock. What else would you like to see? I mean, there's different things I could do that are.
I want long.
How about this? I could
parlay.
Yeah, of course. Well, if they want the parlay, they got to sign up for the Discord. Come on, son.
Winnable.
Yeah, exactly. Let's chill out there. But what I can't do is
Ray has 33 on Discord.
I could do dog, I could do lock, and I could do the D-gen of the week, which is something that's just so fucking bizarre that like I could have been like John Jones knockout in third round plus 2,000.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want.
So that could be. I could do 3 now. So
I can do that for NFL.
Let
as
him
well.
talk.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Whoa,
Jesus, I need the juice.
Yeah, this is the juice side.
People want the juice.
Look at juice. DeAndre's fucking throwing $1,000 on this right now as we speak.
He's on the edge of his seat.
He just put his mortgage down. All right. So I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I'd love to. I'll throw in a D-gen pick of the week the following week. I'll be honest with you. There's a ton of Chinese fighters that I can't even pronounce the name. I can't imagine Brady with these names.
Absolutely not.
So
I'll get Ray.
The
names. What we'll put him through the translator.
The names.
AI translator.
The names this week is bizarre. I can't even.
I want to hear Brady read the names. I'm not even joking.
There's so many X's in all these names.
That's
It's
awful.
insane. So I'm not going to.
It just looks
is
like
Bruce Buffer going to be there?
No. I can guarantee he won't be overseas.
Yeah,
in
they're
China.
like, Bruce, you need this one. He's like, no.
He's like, I'm
Do we
good
think
on
Bruce
that.
Buffer has like heart problems or?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just
yeah. What is it?
all right.
You think Bruce Buffer has?
Don't give a
webbed
fuck about
feet?
Bruce
Like, I don't
Buffer's
know.
heart problems.
Sorry, Bruce. We love you.
Jesus, you want to talk about the Penguin again? Right, keep going.
I'll have him
Great
do
guy.
a cameo.
My lord.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I'll do the D. I'll add the D-gen. I honestly, if I were to pick a D-gen, honestly, now I can say the new gloves are back now, so there's less padding, so you're going to see a lot more KOs than we have in the previous week. So yeah, that's why this week, or at least for 309 with John Jones, seen a lot of people get knocked out. So
we love knockouts.
A lot of finishes. I like when people get finished. You know,
a lot of
take that for what it is. No Diddy.
That's a lot of info, but also we're excited for next week for all of Ray's updates and picks. Simon, I'm going to see how
I'm
your
coming
picks
back with
do.
vengeance.
We need to see how this game went. We need all the content, Sweiss. So I need some pictures. I need videos of you blacking out. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you loved what you've seen today, please subscribe to us on all things. What? Which one do you want to get to?
We didn't get to Ray's tips and tricks. I want to hear how.
I thought Ray just give us their tips and tricks.
No,
there
I'm
was
saying
more.
just for general, like how he bets with the weigh-ins, what we should be looking for. Like I don't understand how to bet UFC. I know NFL, but I know it's a lot different in terms of handicapping and do this.
Ray, so I guess there's new rules, right? There's new rules that just happened for UFC, right? Can we run them by you real quick to see what they are?
Yeah.
A fighter is considered grounded when any part of their body other than their hands or feet is in the contact with the canvas. A fighter can be grounded by having a knee or elbow on the canvas or by having their palm down and another body part touching the floor. What does that mean?
So realistically, a lot of fighters, and this is when Dana White and the commission stepped in, is when they were down. I can't really do it right now. People were in the front. Usually people were in a front headlock position, and a lot of people were touching the mat and using that as a way that where they can't get hit or they can't need a downed opponent. So Dana White was so sick of it because a lot of people and fighters were stalling in that position. So they took that rule out. So in other words, fight to get up or fight out of position because a lot of people were stalling there. So now they're allowed to knee and punch in a grounded opponent, which I actually like to see. I already have a feeling I know which rule is next after that. And also it keeps action going because a lot of people, it was a lot of stalemates going on there. And even sometimes the ref would jump in and people would play the game where they take their hand off and then throw a knee and then put their hand back down. There was a lot of confusion, a lot of ref stoppages and points taken away that didn't need to happen. So
okay.
I like it now. So I like that rule being gone.
Down fighter rule change. A proposal in the works to remove the hand from the down fighter rule. The idea is that a fighter must put something other than their hand on the ground. I think we just said this.
Exactly.
Consider down such as knees or back.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my God, there's more. Down fighter rule change.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Proposal in the works to remove the hand from what? This one right here? Oh, yeah. Legal 12-6 elbows.
You just saw it, baby, with Johnny Jones, man. That's it. So 12-6 is technically considered a deadly. Yeah, give me your top of your head. 12-6 is coming straight down on the top of the head like this.
Just do it.
That was deemed illegal. It was usually elbows coming from the side, and this was deemed illegal, which is actually John Jones's only loss from Matt Hamill. So now with coming, they could come down straight from the elbows, and you saw a lot of that when he took down Stipe Miocic in the first round. He dropped some bows, sliced him open a little bit. So that rule is great. I'm happy it's back. Dana is currently trying to, settle the only loss on John Jones' record to get that overturned. I don't know if it will. I love both rules. It creates action, excitement, and a lot more blood, realistically, if you're a fan.
Can you crack your elbow doing that? Like, can you do some serious damage to your elbow?
I mean, you probably could. I mean, but probably worse on the other person than that. I mean,
it's almost like getting like a fire poker thing and like smacking it on top of your head.
Yeah, I mean, this coming down. Imagine this coming literally straight down on your nose.
We should try it.
Shattered.
We try it on you.
So yeah, it's a rough
on your
one.
Balls.
But I'm
gonna do it on your nuts.
Okay. Well, going back to
crack some eggs.
What I was trying to ask Raymond
Go ahead.
is, with the popularity of UFC, especially with Donald Trump being involved and everybody, I have no idea how to bet it. I love watching the fights with you. How do I research? What do you look at? Do weigh-ins? I don't know a lot of this stuff, so I'm trying to learn it. And so are the viewers here. More people are betting on UFC. I think it's one of the best sports to bet on. It's once a week, so it's easy. How do Brady and I learn how to bet on it?
So realistically, there's a lot that entails it. It dives deep. There's different sections that I dive in terms of per fight that at least helps me pick who I am leaning towards moving forward. A lot of it's stylistic matchups. If you got a striker, versus a wrestler, so their styles make matchups, as well as records who they fought before. If they've had a hard schedule leading into it, you see a lot of undefeated fighters coming in and they've had padded records just to get to a certain level, and then they haven't faced the level of competition that are already in the UFC. So, I mean, that's what creates upsets and different line movements. There's a lot of different things, as well. You mentioned one in weigh-ins. Weigh-ins, I love to watch weigh-ins because depending on the at least the weight where if it's lightweight, featherweight, more on the lighter weights, welterweight. If the guys are, I do my research in terms of, say we have Alex Pereira, this was also a big one too. Alex Pereira was fighting at middleweight at 185. The dude was walking around at 230. Damn. And he decided to go up and weight after he got knocked out by Israel Adesanya. And that was partially of why, that's a thing to look at. You have a guy that's absolutely massive cutting all that weight in such a short time. So I do look at it. And also there's weigh-ins where people have a terrible weight cut and you see it live and people are stumbling on there and, they look like skin and bones. And I like to see if they had a good weight cut and, see if that makes sense for them to move forward because they only have 24 hours to prepare after that. So I do like to see if they had a healthy weight cut because that does matter in terms of how you fight and it affects you from a person that used to cut weight. I used to cut weight and I used to feel like fucking shit, So as long as you have the right coaches, I also look more in tune of, who's around, what team they are, where are they training.
What about travel?
Travel, exactly. Like today in China is a big one for
it's
this.
Gonna fuck you up,
exactly.
Right?
So who's coming from America? Who's coming from Brazil? So completely different time zones. Fighting a guy that's already lives and based in China from this event.
Do we know who is reffing what fight before?
Yeah, that's a good question. Actually, I'll be honest with you, and this is something that we could look into. I'm not
the interns look into it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if refs make a difference for the fight because with
Is it usually the same guy every time?
What about the guys who are scoring the fights?
Yeah, the judges, bro. That's something to look into.
Before who the judges are, or they keeping that a secret?
There's been so many in MMA. There's been so many calls, and you'll see probably one every card that's very questionable.
Yeah, I know you've mentioned that. That's why I'm curious if we can.
Because remember there was the one in Saudi Arabia and not Saudi, Abu Dhabi, and I was like, watch, they're gonna lean towards the Russians and everyone. And then the first fight, Fakhretdinov, I thought lost to Carlos Leao, and they leaned as a unanimous decision on it. I bet on Fakhretdinov, and I was like, I got lucky there. But you got to that all entails in terms of my bets and predictions.
Yeah, my other question for you was in terms of line movement and like betting slips. So for example, the average Joe, same with football, right? The average Joe goes to the bar and they, bet on John Jones versus this line was a little different versus Stipe. Like you look at where the public is betting versus the sharps. So that's what I look at for NFL.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, you see a lot of people coming in. I mean, because John Jones, at least this weekend, was such a heavy favorite.
Yeah, that was a little different.
He was a minus, 700 and he closed at minus 650. So, I mean, people wanted to throw money on Stipe just because he's the dog. So, I mean, it all depends. It all depends. I do look at line movement.
Line. I've seen it move massively.
You see it. You see the sharps moving. I mean, but some could be. MMA is so weird. So sometimes I don't like to follow the sharps, but sometimes they are on point with their picks, and they find out when the cards get released. Like, I believe like some of the guys open up at like, I don't know, minus fucking 300, and then all of a sudden within a day you see him at even odds. So you have to get into it quick, and that's what I like to do. I like to wake up Monday morning and immediately look at the lines, and before they start moving and people start throwing heavy money on them.
Yeah, same with NFL. So for me and Brady being new to UFC betting, what's like the easiest thing you think we can start doing to learn more about it without like, we can tell your picks, but for me to just do a little bit of research on my own to just start learning about it. Man, is there a website you like to use, or what do you like?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to compare, here, this is 101 betting for people that want to bet into MMA. There's a website called Tapology. I use it. I also use several, but this is it's the most basic as well as most informative platform to compare fighters. You also get there's a public percentage of people who think's going to win the fight. So you'll see what the public is going towards. And, that doesn't usually mean, because you get a lot of casuals in it that are like, oh, this guy's definitely winning because he has a record of he's undefeated and the other guy's 9-4, which is also a fight this week. There's an undefeated guy.
I was going to ask about the record thing. Like we saw a lot of like undefeated guys this weekend.
But this is why I like using Tapology as well, is because you get to see the records, who they fought, if they're actually high caliber fighters, as well as their teams. They have all their socials plugged in. I do like Tapology as my main source of information.
Okay.
No. It's great. I mean, this is a lot of good stuff, because for the average casual guy like myself,
we'll keep diving in week by week.
That's awesome.
I mean, that's 101 right there. If you want to start as a betting novice in the MMA space, I recommend going to Tapology, looking at the records, seeing their styles, diving a little bit more into their socials, where they're training. I dive into every aspect in terms of who they're training with, who's their head coach, what they're eating every day, if they're going out, if they like to party. Yeah, I dive into that, and we'll dive more into that. I think
what we'll do, which is going to be great moving forward, is just we've done these NFL cheat sheets. We have a research department putting together for our exclusive guys. When you win a bowl and you sign up for a monthly or an annual, you're going to get access to all of these more detailed insights, kind of how our cheat codes. But you'll still need us to do the picks, because it takes a lot of time to do this research, but just general things you can look at, betting 101 for the different sports. So really working on that.
I love it. You're kicking ass.
We're gonna try to make you a great better.
I'll never be as good as Ray in terms of all that.
No,
stuff.
I'm only good at MMA just because I've been doing
I'm NFL, MMA. We got an NBA guy. We got Drace doing college basketball, college football. Nobody else is doing this in the space, so
I love it.
We're gonna make Brady rich.
I love it. I just do stand-up comedy, and I just watch these guys win money.
But we love your stand-up.
With that said, thank you so much. Did that just turn off? That's what I was talking about. Fuck. Guys, it's been amazing. What an awesome show. We've had an awesome show. You guys crushed it as always. Lots to digest on the show. Very detailed. Swice's picks. Ray's detail into the MMA. Stuff to look for this weekend. There's so much more to digest. And please follow us on all platforms. We're live on everything. All of our reels, all of our short reels, everything you can think of. So please tell a friend, follow us, subscribe, and like. With that said, I've been your host, Brady Matthews. That's been m.v.p. That's been Raymond Sherwood. That's been Sweiss, a.k.a. The Penguin. Please, guys, follow us on everything. Thank you so much. You guys have a great night. God bless. Take care.